Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital 2-week spoilers July 14th to 25th. Nina's shocking panic attack and Jason faces deadly threat. Jason gets a warning. You might even say it's a little bit of a threat. And it's from Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens Bruning. She is not happy. Jason has been talking to Rocco Falseroni, Finn Francis Carr, about Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault. And Lulu is really mad that Jason actually had nice things to say to Rocco about the woman who stole her embryo and grew her son in her tummy. So he's been warned, but Rocco is going to approach him again. Also, Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, comes clean. I think she's probably going to tell Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, she stole Vaughn's, Bryce Durfee, Master Key so she can creep into Hank Dalton's, Daniel Goddard, lab. Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, tells Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Andy Wilson, that Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, drove her to do what she did, not about the Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson stuff. It's probably more about her breakdown. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, orders a rush background check on Vaughn. And Anna fills in Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, on some of her concerns. Emma's cute stray dog eats Anna's expensive heels. And so she's griping at her granddaughter. Alexis defends Sunny and Natalia's memorial drama. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, sticks up for Sunny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. She's talking to Marco Rios, Adrian Anchando, and Alexis says that it's just very unlikely that Sunny killed Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue. Marco doesn't get why Alexis thinks Sunny wasn't involved in Natalia's death since his mom was cutting a deal with D.A. Turner, Nazneen contractor, to testify against him. Plus, Sunny is a known killer, so Marco doesn't understand her blind faith. I don't either. Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, talks to Sidwell, Carlo Rota, and he still doubts that Natalia's overdose was accidental. Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, is devastated during a little family meeting with Sunny and Michael, and he may be telling her that Sasha is thinking about leaving town with Daisy. Carly's very upset and wants to know if Michael thinks somebody's after baby Daisy because of Sunny. And Michael may be thinking maybe all the kids are safer elsewhere. Things go off the rails at Natalia's memorial, and if Sunny shows up, that's not going to be appreciated by either Marco or Sidwell. Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, gets together with Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and Vaughn to talk about her mission, and Jack wants to make sure that Jocelyn is fully committed. Tuesday's twists. Sasha's departure and Willow's woes. Tuesday, July 15th. Sasha goes to see Nina probably to let her know she's planning to leave Port Charles, but I also wonder if she might say something harsh to her about revealing her one-night stand with Michael. Willow gets some rough news, and it may be from the court about the visitation plan or about Michael maybe planning to leave. Somebody gets a warning from Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson. And it could be Willow, could be one of his enemies. He has so many. Sunny gets one up on Sidwell, and I hope he doesn't hurt or take Marco. Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, panics. And that's why I'm wondering if Marco might be in danger. Remember he asked Carly to go talk to Sunny and she did. But he was being very stubborn. Wednesday's conflicts. Curtis's dilemma and Jason's tough talk. Wednesday, July 16th. Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, is trying to avoid answering his Aunt Stella Henry's, Vernee Watson, questions. She is probably trying to just get an update on how he and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, are doing. And I'm sure Curtis doesn't want to lie to Stella, but we all know things with him and Portia are doing quite badly. He hates what Drew has done to their marriage. But also, Portia opened the door to that. Drew locks in the big plan he's cooking up, and I'm sure it's to help Willow regain custody, get married to her, control his enemies, get Sunny off the docks. He's got so many irons in the fire, he might as well be a blacksmith. General Hospital spoilers. Is it Rocco? So Jason has a tough talk with someone. And it could be Rocco who may come back to him with more questions about Britt. He may have questions about Lisa Lobrecht, Kathleen Gotti, since Rocco emailed her. But if it is Rocco, Jason is going to have to tell him, I can't talk to you about that, and Rocco will immediately know that's Lulu's work and he may end up really mad at his mom. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, and Jocelyn have a deep conversation about the men in their lives, and I'm sure Trina is going to tell her she dumped Kai for disloyalty and Jocelyn may be talking to her about Vaughn, which is dangerous territory since that's her spy job. Michael weighs a big decision. This could be whether he's going to pitch a fit about Sasha leaving with Daisy, or maybe he thinks, okay, maybe me, Wiley, and Amelia should go with Sasha and Daisy. So, we'll see. Thursday's discoveries. Anna's findings and Sunny's unselfishness. Thursday, July 17th, Anna finds what she's looking for, and looks like she's going to get answers about that background check that she ran ASAP on Vaughn. Jocelyn leaps into action, and it may be about the new WSB Dalton plan. It may be something to do with what Anna has found out. She was already helping Vaughn out with the whole Emma and Anna issue. Sunny is asked to be unselfish. We'll see. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Lulu disagree about something. It may be about Rocco, but I tend to think it's probably about Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, who she despises and thinks is 100% wrong. You know, Lulu doesn't think she did anything wrong because she was just telling the truth and thinks that her situation with her son is completely defensible. Fans are very divided. But I see about honestly it's like 65 to 70% are Team BLQ and 30 to 40 maybe are Team Lulu. A lot of people just don't like the way they are writing Lulu since she came out of her coma. To be fair, people do come out of comas behaving differently. This is a whole new version of her. Nina pays for her past actions. So, Drew may circle back around and punish Nina for her role in the ketamine incident and make her do his bidding. Friday's encounters. Willow's plea and Jason's shock. Friday, July 18th. Michael, Sasha and baby Daisy bump into Willow at General Hospital. And if he is thinking about taking the kids and leaving Port Chuck, that may be the cause of Willow's begging, which she does on Friday. Anna interrogates Carly, and it may be about Jocelyn dating Vaughn, his age, and what she found in the background check. Dante sees something that takes him off guard. Jason's in shock on Friday, and Portia stands her ground. Week of July 21st to 25th. Willow's spiral and Sasha's exit. The week of July 21st through the 25th, I think we're going to be seeing Willow spiraling further. But if Michael is considering leaving with Sasha, Willow brought that on by messing with Sasha and the baby. Portia may fight dirty. Sunny makes a decision. Nina is struggling. Of course, she's under Drew's thumb, and she doesn't want to alienate Willow, so she may be forced to do what Drew demands yet again. Sasha seems ready to pack up and leave. Its fair share of chaos, but this week takes the cake. As long-buried secrets threaten to explode, lives teeter on the edge, literally. Nina Reeves finds herself in a spiraling panic she can't control, while Jason Morgan's stoic calm is shattered when a deadly threat resurfaces that could cost him everything, including the people he's vowed to protect. Nina's breakdown. The walls close in. It begins innocently enough. A casual morning at Crimson. Nina's perfectly curated life, her glossy magazine spreads, and her confident demeanor all mask the storm raging inside her. But when a mysterious envelope lands on her desk, her world tilts. Inside is a photo, grainy but unmistakable, showing her meeting secretly with someone who shouldn't even be in Port Charles, a known mob associate tied to an old Corinthos shipment gone wrong. At first, she laughs it off, tossing the photo aside. But as the minutes pass, the walls start to close in. Her breath shortens. Her hands tremble. Her vision blurs. The room spins as her mind replays every mistake, every lie. Valentine, Carly, Sunny, the SEC tip that destroyed lives. Maxie bursts into the office mid-sentence and freezes. Nina, pale and sweating, clutches her chest and gasps for air. Maxie rushes to her side, her voice trembling as she calls for help. Nina, breathe. Look at me, breathe. But Nina can't. She slides to the floor, her thoughts crashing like waves. All she can hear is her own pulse, pounding in her ears. All she can see are the faces of those she's wronged. Moments later, paramedics arrive, and she's whisked away to General Hospital. Ironically, the same place she's avoided like the plague since Carly took over part of the Metro Court. As Nina lies on the gurney, oxygen mask pressed to her face, she murmurs one name over and over, Sunny. Sunny's dilemma, torn between the past and present. At the same moment, Sunny Corinthos is across town in his penthouse, reviewing security footage with Dex. They're discussing a potential threat involving a new cartel moving in through upstate New York, a group that's been quietly picking off small-time suppliers. But the minute Sunny's phone rings and he hears, Nina, hospital, panic attack, he goes cold. He's out the door before Dex can finish his sentence. At the hospital, Carly is already there, having run into Maxie in the hallway. When Sunny storms in, the tension between the exes ignites instantly. Carly tries to calm him, but he's in protective mode. Where is she? Who did this? Carly softens slightly, seeing genuine fear in Sunny's eyes. She's stable. Sunny. It was a panic attack. But she's shaken. And honestly, she's not telling anyone what triggered it. Sunny's jaw tightens. Deep down, he knows Nina's been hiding something. For weeks, he's sensed her guilt, something darker than the usual business stress. But now, with her mental state unraveling, Sunny feels an unfamiliar dread creeping in. Later, when he sits beside Nina's hospital bed, her eyes flutter open. Sunny, they know. His heart stops. Who knows what? But Nina shakes her head, tears filling her eyes. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just wanted to protect you. Sunny leans closer. From who? Before she can answer, the lights flicker, and a security alert blares through the hospital. Jason's nightmare. The past returns. Down in the hospital's lower wing, Jason Morgan stands guard near the emergency exit. He's been working with Anna and Dante, tracking whispers of a new threat connected to Cyrus Renault's old network. For weeks, he's been living in the shadows again, just like old times. But tonight, something feels different. A call comes through his earpiece. We've got movement, Jason. East Corridor, near radiology. He's there in seconds, weapon drawn. The flickering lights make the hallway look like a scene from a nightmare. Then, movement. A shadow darts around the corner. Jason raises his gun. Freeze. No response. Only the sound of footsteps echoing closer. He rounds the corner and comes face to face with someone he thought was long gone. Brennan, the ex-FBI operative turned mercenary, who vanished after the last Metro Court bombing attempt. Jason's voice drops, cold as steel. You should have stayed dead. Brennan smirks. You of all people should know that death in Port Charles never sticks. They circle each other like predators. Jason can tell Brennan isn't alone. Somewhere nearby, there's backup. And from the glint in Brennan's eyes, Jason knows he's being hunted, not the other way around. Suddenly, Brennan lunges, and the hallway erupts in chaos. A struggle ensues. Gunfire echoes, alarms blare, and hospital staff scream. Jason manages to disarm Brennan, slamming him into a wall, but a bullet grazes Jason's shoulder. Who sent you? Jason growls through gritted teeth. Brennan laughs. You really don't know, do you? You're not the target, Morgan. She is. Jason freezes. Who? Brennan smirks again. The woman who ruined Corinthos. Nina Reeves. Connecting the threads. Jason drags Brennan into an abandoned room, pressing his wound with one hand while calling Dante. Within minutes, the PCPD swarms the hospital, but Brennan's accomplices are long gone. Meanwhile, upstairs, Nina is recovering when the door to her room suddenly bursts open. Jason strides in, blood staining his shirt, his expression deadly serious. Sunny follows seconds later. Jason, what the hell happened? Sunny demands. Jason doesn't answer right away. His eyes lock on Nina. Whoever sent that picture to you, they're not just trying to scare you. They want you dead. Nina's eyes widen. Picture? How did you know about that? Jason looks at Sunny. Because the man who just tried to shoot me said your name. The room falls silent. Carly, standing in the doorway, looks horrified. Maxie gasps from the hall. Sunny's fists clench. You tell me right now, Nina. What have you gotten yourself into? Tears spill down her cheeks. I thought I could fix it before it got this far. I was trying to protect you, Sunny. Months ago, I met with someone who said they had proof about the shipment leak. Proof that could take down your enemies. I didn't know they were part of Brennan's network. Jason's tone sharpens. You gave them information? Nina nods weakly. I thought it was harmless. But now they want revenge. The aftermath. A new war begins. As the reality sinks in, the lines between love, loyalty, and survival blur once again. Sunny's face hardens into the mask that's both familiar and terrifying. His war face. Jason stands beside him, bloodied but unflinching, ready for battle.
Nina, Sonny says quietly, you just started a war.
And this time, I don't know if I can protect you from it. Outside the room, Dante gets word that Brennan escaped custody during transport. Jason exchanges a look with Sonny. He's not done. The two men walk off down the corridor, side by side, the weight of another brewing storm hanging heavy over them.